The federal government of Nigeria, through the Nigerian Immigration Service, has announced a significant increase in the fees for acquiring Nigerian international passports, effective September 1, 2025. The cost of the standard 32-page passport with 5-year validity has doubled from 50,000 to 100,000, while the 64-page passport with 10-year validity has risen from 100,000 to 200,000 naira. The Nigerian Immigration Service communicated the fee hike via a public statement on August 27th, explaining that the increase aims to uphold the quality and integrity of the Nigerian standard passport. According to the NIS Public Relations Officer, A.S. Akinlabi, the fee adjustment only affects passport applications made within Nigeria. Fees for Nigerians in the diaspora remain unchanged at $150 for the 32-page and $230 for the 64-page passport, respectively. This latest increment marks the second within a year. In August 2024, the cost of the 32-page passport was raised from 35,000 to 50,000 naira, while the 64-page was increased from 70,000 naira to 100,000 naira. The NIS highlighted that these adjustments are necessary to sustain passport quality and service delivery amid rising operational costs. The NIS, under the leadership of the Interior Minister Olubunmi Tunji Ojo, has made strides to enhance the passport issuance system. Notably, in August 2023, the backlog of over 200,000 pending applications was cleared within 2 weeks. Furthermore, from June 2024, a home delivery service for passports began, improving accessibility for Nigeria's citizens. These improvements contributed to Nigeria's passport ranking rising to 88th globally in 2025, the highest in 11 years, according to the Henley Passport Index. Despite the government's emphasis on quality improvement, the renewed fee hike has sparked concern among Nigerians, with some viewing it as an additional financial burden in an already challenging economic environment. All right, Mr. Due Process, what do you make of this? It is not totally surprising given the economic situation and inflation in the country. But is this the right time to do this? And what impact will this have?
Yes, the Tinubu-led administration is an administration that is centered on increments, tax increments in services, the cost of services, but they never increase the value. They never increase the quality, but they're always interested in increasing the price. The international passport, for instance, I remember way back in 2003. Yeah, 2003, I graduated from the secondary school and I was trying to travel to Malaysia, where I paid for international passports. Then I paid I think 18,000 naira, 18,000 to acquire for my 5 years international passport. 18,000 was paid, and for 10 years it was 25,000. Right? The explanation of how 18,000 now shift from 18,000 to 100,000, and from 25,000 to 200,000 is what we have today as the Tinubu-led administration. The value of the naira has fallen, services are fallen, countries are even rejecting these so-called green passports. I mean, countries are rejecting it. How many countries today will apply for visa as a Nigerian and get it? They make life difficult at home and increase the cost of living the country, such that we are all trapped within the country. We cannot go anywhere. So it's a sorry state for anyone to feel anything good will come out from this administration. Virtually nothing good will come out from Tinubu-led administration. Nothing. And the man is so cunning that he buys all opposition voices. Anyone that counters his view, he finds a way to buy. You may not believe it, but some of us have been approached. We rejected. So this passport of the thing is just one out of it. Recently, there were young people that were sponsored to Ghana to go and compare the prices. The result has already started coming out. They've not even given a space. They have increased passports. The next thing now, they will increase electricity tariff. Of course, you know they have increased data, right? Are you aware of that? The rate at which the data are disappearing these days, we cannot more explain it. So they have increased the cost of mobile data. You can no more stay and swap the internet at will and be able to criticize them at will. They make it difficult by increasing the tariff. Everything has been bastardized in this country such that they keep narrowing the pathway for the poor man to ever have a space to breathe as a Nigerian. And until the Nigerian people realize that there is nothing good that will ever come out from Tinubu. In short, even if you allow Tinubu for the next 1 million years, nothing good will come out. He will rather continue to make the country worse. Because that is what he is recruited to do as an FBI asset. That's what he is recruited to do. He is not recruited to make life meaningful for Nigerians. He is recruited to ensure that he continues to expand a pathway to poverty and make life miserable for the Nigerian people. So this is just the beginning. I look at the Falcons. They were given, although I'm digressing, but something calls for it. Falcons were given $100,000 each as a promise. But guess what they gave to this young lady that went to England and came back with the global award of the best English speaker in that event? They gave her 200,000. Combine the value of 200,000 to a dollar. It's less than $130. This is what they gave to somebody. Imagine the parents sponsored their trip to Abuja to receive that award, 200,000. That 200,000 cannot even cover for their transport money to and fro. That's the kind of country we are. So all they are doing is how to increase cost. They are never doing anything to make life meaningful for the Nigerian people. Give APC 100 years, the worst will come out. I saw a picture yesterday, governor of Niger State, sitting in the front of Tinubu and two other guys. They are already planning ahead of 2031. 2027, they already left it for Tinubu. That's the kind of country we are. They are already selling out the future of this country, negotiating the future of this country.
So you are saying that this development will...
I feel bad. Sometimes I wish I'm not created as a Nigerian because I'm not happy. I wake up every day to complain about the bad government. It's not giving me joy. It's not a pleasant thing to do.
But on the part of those who would like to travel outside the country, do you think that this policy will whittle their confidence, or their willingness to leave the country or to travel?
Yes, it has a ripple effect. I have a young lady who recently, I have to assist her on some of this application. She wanted to travel to England for study. But she realized that instead of having to spend 3 years for her studies and have a year or two to stay back before returning back to Nigeria, she was given only 1 year to study and return to Nigeria. And when she put the cost together, she did the plus and minus and realized that it's just a blatant waste of funds. Having been given the admission, she declined. She's no more going. That's the implication.
All right.
That's where we are
Thank
now.
you.
They have made traveling out of Nigeria so difficult that you must be a son or a daughter of those who have stolen from Nigeria to be able to fund that trip.
Okay, absolutely.
Imagine wasting
Mr.
over
Ibrahim.
30 million naira. Wasting over 30 million naira simply because you want to go and study a 1 year program in UK. Is it
Exactly.
worth it?
That's
Is
all
it
right.
worth it?
That's all right. Mr. Ibrahim, what's your thought on this?
Well, I'm not surprised at all that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing what he did best. He is a capitalist. He has the reputation of increasing everything in Lagos when he was governor of Lagos State, to the detriment of the common man. The thing he do best is making sure that he make life hard for the common man and maybe increase the revenue of the state. So, and that begs the question, in a capitalist society, who actually does the government serve? Is it the masses or the elected officials? Because in a situation whereby the country will be getting high, will be generating high revenue, but the life of the people is further jeopardized, then I think it's fair enough for us to say the government is only serving the elected individuals, not the people. And Professor Lumumba said if the Western world are praising you and saying you're doing well as a president in Africa, you have to ask yourself, what sin am I committing against my people? And you see IMF, World Bank, all these people, even Bill Gates are praising the Nigerian president that he's doing well economically. And we have to ask ourselves this simple question: what sin is he committing? Clearly, not to our own interests, but to the interests of the people he has been serving there. And they said it clearly, bluntly, presently, and without apology, that he is their assets, FBI assets. So if he's an FBI asset, a clandestine organization, then he'll do everything to please his paymasters. I'm not surprised in what has been going on in the country, and it can only keep going worse under Tinubu's administration. We know what we will expect because he's a capitalist and he's not serving the interests of Nigerians, not serving the interests of the masses, but serving the interests, at the least case, his own interests, at the worst case, the interests of his paymasters. So how can we mitigate this problem as a country? I still believe it narrows down to the people, most especially the youths. In a country whereby 70% of the population happen to be from 18 to 34 years, clearly the population is dominated by the 100, a staggering, whopping 150 million people in Nigeria fall from 18 to 34 years. So what does it indicate? This number is more than the population of Ghana, Niger, Benin Republic, Cameroon combined. So the force that this number has, I think, is only on the papers. It is not translated anywhere. The youths, they successfully divide us on ethnic, religious, and tribal lines. And no one has a monopoly on that. Everywhere in the country, we are successfully divided. So if the intellectuals and the youth are totally disconnected, and the people are totally disconnected, the governor and the government are totally disconnected, then you will wonder, from where are we going to get it right? The youth are supposed to be the, should I say, pressure group to be holding the government to account if they are not doing what is right. But their own reason are being clouded by emotions. 7 out of 10 of Nigerian youths focus only on what is going to favor them and their own region, their own tribe, their own religion, rather than the interests or the general good of the nation. So I think we have to go back to the drawing board. With all this insecurity, inflation, every day we wake up, as due process rightly said, we discuss about bad governance, bad governance, bad governance, bad governance every day. We are tired of that. We should start putting action, and the best action we could possibly achieve is to fight our desires first and foremost, to stand for what is right, not what is generally accepted.
All right.
Stand for the truth, not the popular opinion.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's so much we can take. Mr. Due Process,
All right, thank you.
DDM News Analyst. All right, viewers, thanks for your time and contribution. We shall meet next week for a fresh edition on DDM Morning Show. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, do not hesitate to hit the like button, make your comments on these topics, share this video, and subscribe to DDM TV. You will always get all you need and all you want. From me, from Ibrahim Umawase, it is good morning.